technology, man. Oh, we're live. Should I say something or should you say something?
You say something.
I say something? Okay. Hi, welcome to another edition of the critically acclaimed, or should I say drunkenly critically acclaimed, soon-to-be award-winning John Sawyer Show. Live right here on Strawn Island TV. If you are watching us on Facebook Live, we thank you. If you are listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app, we thank you. If you have no idea what the TuneIn Radio app is, which I'm sure you do, or I'm sure you don't, whatever. If you don't have the TuneIn Radio app but wish to get it, you can do so by going to the App Store or Google Play, depending on which one your cell phone carries. Download that for free. Search Strong Island Radio in the search engine, and as long as you have us marked down as one of your favorites, you can listen to us on the go every single week. I am your host, John Sawyer, alongside Evil Joe. Joe Herb, how you doing?
Doing all right. You're
just so calm and like...
Yeah, it pisses people off.
It does, right?
It does, actually.
Yeah. It's like
shit goes down, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
It's like that Jake...
They're like, what is wrong with you? And then they get mad at me.
It's like that Jake Roberts, bravado. If a man has enough power, he can speak softly, and everyone will listen.
Which is funny, because Jake Roberts doing that had nothing to do with his demeanor or anything.
He just naturally wasn't a screamer.
He injured his larynx in a match one time. And after that, he literally couldn't scream.
Well, I'm talking before that happened. He still wasn't screaming.
He was louder than he was afterwards.
Well, he was, but he's just...
It kind of gave him like a quiet intensity.
Right.
After the larynx injury happened.
I have no idea what that was.
Sure you don't.
I'm just looking up, random things. This episode tonight has no special guests. Our couches over there are completely...
You're special, John.
So are you, buddy.
Aw.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right. We just made things weird.
Well, you did. I just said you were special.
Yeah, you started it.
Okay,
right, we're going off track here.
Off what track? We don't have a track tonight.
That's true. We never have tracks. This isn't a train. It's like a minibus. A minibus of fun for an hour.
Like the short bus takes you to school?
Exactly. With broken windows, a driver with a 40 in a brown paper bag, just, pretend it's iced tea.
Memories.
I remember one time leaving school, and there was a bunch of these buses. This is a true story, by the way.
Well, it better be.
It is 100% real. It's a shoot, brother.
Don't want to start lying to our audience now.
Santa's not real, okay? That's the lie I'm going to tell them. That's the lie I'm going to tell them.
I got a story about that, too, but you can go ahead and continue your bus story.
So I'm leaving school. This had to have been maybe the 9th or 10th grade in high school. And whenever we leave, some high schools had the buses waiting on the corner for the kids. Other high schools, there would be an entire lot of buses. And when given the okay by one of the security guards, we would have to get on the bus as quick as possible before they pull off without us. So...
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, so I go to the lane where my bus always is, and nobody told me that that the driver decided to just randomly park in a different lane. So I'm looking through these different lanes to spot out my bus driver. I get to the end. I don't see him anywhere. I finally spot him driving away. So I'm running full speed, towards the bus. And thank God the bus eventually slowed down. But I get on. Everybody on the bus is laughing at me, rightfully so. I just saw a 250-pound fat kid running like hell trying to get home with an insane clown posse backpack on his strapped to his shoulders. Yeah, I was into some strange things.
Dear God, man.
Yeah.
I've learned so much about you just now.
But I get on the bus, and the driver's like, hurry your fat ass up next time. So being the smart-ass kid I was like, what if I don't? He goes, I'll leave you. I said, okay, I'll keep that in mind. I sat down, and, for the rest of the ride, I wasn't saying anything, but I was observing, stuff around me to see if I can spot anything else that I could use to bury this guy the following day at school.
Okay.
And sure enough, he had a big thing of vodka in a brown paper bag right over by his feet.
Nice.
So, so every once in a while, we would pull to a light or something, he would take it out, take a swig, put it back down, and then look at the other kids on the bus like, don't you fucking say a word. You know,
You didn't see nothing.
you didn't see nothing. One of those scumbags, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I just totally snitched on him the very next day because he was such an asshole to me. And I told him what happened, and he was fired immediately. But I'll never forget the feeling of panic I had just seeing the bus pull away, like, no.
Poor little Johnny.
Yeah, poor little, well, not exactly little.
Well,
I don't think I've been little since 5th grade, probably.
yeah, it's probably pretty accurate for me.
Yeah. Have you ever been in any awkward situations in school where you were just in a sudden panic? It could be leaving. It could be,
On my way to school, sure, a few times. I have similar stories to that because I'm not a morning person in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a few times where I'd be late for the bus and have to go running down the block to try and catch it before he left me there.
right.
Ended up pretty much getting me kicked off the bus one time. I hated taking the bus anyway
Oh, me too.
because it was just terrible. So one day the bus driver used to bitch at me for never being at the stop on time.
Right.
So one day I'm literally at the end of the house leading to the corner where my bus stop was, and the bus just goes flying by.
Okay.
And
We have a caller already.
we do have a call.
I wonder who this could be. Hello.
What the fuck?
Hey, pancakes.
I swear to God.
Now the show's
You
getting
guys,
good.
why is it that every time I hear you guys talk, it's like you guys are talking out of your asses?
Because we are.
Exactly.
Oh my God. What
Hey-
the hell is the whole point of this show tonight?
Just us
It's-
chatting and giving the people who watch and listen a chance to call in and be a part of it. So, congratulations, you're the first guest of the night.
See, this is what we've decided to do at this point. Every time WWE has a pay-per-view, it's just going to be the two of us talking, and we're going to try and turn you guys off to the show so much that you have to put the WWE pay-per-view on.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I mean, well, not for nothing. I mean, you really don't have to do much for that. But anyway, just this is coming from the fucking guy who doesn't run during the Super Bowl, but he'll
Right.
run his damn show during fucking WrestleMania.
Takes the night off so he can go see Larry the Cable Guy.
He takes the night off to go watch and has Dan Acosta, love you, buddy, run the show so he can go see Larry the fucking
No, she's
Cable
kissing his
Guy
ass right there.
telling everybody to get her done. Okay?
Hey, everybody needs a night off once in a while. I've offered him plenty of nights off. He hasn't taken one yet.
You haven't offered me a single night off.
Hey,
You're like, you have to be here every week. Like, when you took off to see Larry the Cable Guy, it was like, oh, yeah, by the way, you're in charge next week. Okay.
And here's
like
a
having the
question.
power?
Hold on.
Well, sure. But
Strolling off topic for a second. Do you not know when you are on the air? Because every time I tune in once in a while to listen to the show, and I'll be honest with you, every time I hear you in the beginning of the show, all I hear is John deep breathing. Are we all on yet?
How do you think I feel? Because I have to drive him here. I have to sit next to him, and I have to drive him home. So you guys just have to sit here for an hour listening to him on the air. Me, I pick him up at 5 o'clock.
Listen, you choose to drive him there, so therefore he must be giving you one hell of an angry handy J to get
you have
him
no
back
idea.
home. Because
With
his
mittens
lips
like
are
that on
nice,
this
but
guy?
I know he's got soft hands. So,
soft hands. Yeah, ask Lucas saying about my soft hands with the nice chest tattoo I left him a couple of years back.
oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, well, your perspiration, it just doesn't. It should not be on a name brand bottle.
Yes, it can. It's called Piggy, my new cologne.
It's called Musk Ox, is what it's called.
Musk Ox?
Musk Ox.
Something outdoorsy. I like the
Yeah.
old name. Keep the gimmick alive.
If you want to smell like John Lambros from the John Sawyer Show,
Wow.
Go ahead.
Mention my shoot name on the
Name
air.
my bottle.
Wow. Okay, Eric Tan. Go mention my fucking shoot name. Yeah.
Just blew up your spot there, bro.
I know. This motherfucker.
Oh, shut up. You know what? It's funny because I was talking about that the other day. Like, why doesn't Pancakes have a separate page Why? Because I've been doing this for 12 years, and everybody knows who the hell I am. You know, and it's funny because the wrestling world is just so small, and you know, but it's such a fine line, especially in New York. It's such a fine line between everybody on each show that everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even as a wrestler. It's just if you work local shows on Long Island, you work in New York, you most likely, if you work for SWA, NYWC, those guys, they all live around that area. So everybody locally, you go to a store, they're going to know exactly who you are.
Right.
And they'll recognize you. Like, hey, look at that. It's, douchebag Magoo, I saw
that might be what they call you.
But, he also comes in every Tuesday to get his double fracka choka crappa.
Mocha choker crappa. I would love to see you make an order at Starbucks.
I feel like Pancakes is the perfect guy to go in and get that unicorn.
I can just picture him now, like him being at work with his friends and be like, "Yeah, I'm going to Starbucks. Anyone want anything?" And you can always tell that one guy who's like the regular Starbucks go, "Oh, you going to Buc-ee's? You going to Buc-ee's? Okay, get me a caramel macchiato with a little bit of soy in it." Pancakes would be like this. Okay, let me see if I can say that back to you. Black coffee, right? Because if you think I'm going to fucking say that to the barista, you can kiss my ass.
It's funny? You sounded you sounded like you were doing a black guy impression at the same time as you were doing that. So once you said black coffee, I automatically thought you were doing a racist joke.
Oh, you think everything's... It's not racist. It's funny.
What are you talking about? I know you're a grand wizard of some sort of another.
Yeah, just ask Tony Atlas.
We were talking about Tony. The 2 times I've met Tony Atlas, both at shows in the past. You might get a kick.
Wait, hold on. Did you meet Tony Atlas before or after he got his face stepped on?
Both times, actually. The first one I remember. This was the night he got his face stepped on. It was also the same night I got my skull cracked open. So fun times in the wrestling world. I go up to him. This is before the fans were let in and all that. He's setting up his gimmick table. And I go up to him and extend my hand like, "Hey, sir, nice to meet you." And he stares at me all wide-eyed like he's, caught off guard. You spooky looking. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, you look like you're spooky looking. Where's your hood at? He thought I was a Klan member.
Yeah.
So then up comes one of the other workers like it's probably the hair, because I had hair like this back then. It's probably the hair, and I'm like, probably. I remember walking away like, what the fuck?
The hair and the blinding whiteness of your body.
Yeah, and the camo shirt and the jeans.
Yeah.
But I remember
it's his fucking chrome dome, man. He's got a huge head. I mean, everybody go look at him like, what the hell is that?
So I went
to the end of the world.
So after he got his face stepped on, I'm talking to him in the dressing room, and I said jokingly, I was like, "Do I still scare you?" He goes, "Yeah, a little bit, a little bit." So fast forward to some point in 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years. We're doing a show at the Firehouse, and I go to say hi to him again, because I haven't seen him since the 2013 show. And he goes, "Hey, cutie, you got nice lips," and right away he just made shit awkward again. So I'm just like, So I go to talk to him some more in the back, and he was like, and I told him about the first time we met when he said that I looked like a Klan member. He goes, "Oh, that's just me being goofy old Tony." So then he starts continuing the conversation.
Creepy Uncle Tony is more like it.
Yeah. If there's one thing about Tony Atlas that I love the most, it's his laugh. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
The guy sounds like fucking Ricky Ricardo from I Love Lucy, and I swear to God, when I heard him laugh for the first time, I could not stop laughing for at least a half hour. Okay? All you hear is him in the back. It's like, what the fuck is that? Who's killing the dog? Who brought the fucking dog into the locker room? Who's strangling the dog? Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony, for giving me that one memory.
Yeah, he did some. He did some.
Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to let you do your show. I will
Oh,
be
you're leaving us
listening.
so. You're leaving us so soon, man.
You're gonna leave me alone
Yeah,
with him?
listen, I don't want to be on your show for too long because I'm going to start being looked at as as somebody who lives in his parents' basement. But listen, it's not a bad thing that you like Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons.
That's what he meant
And
by
it's
wizard,
not
right?
listen, it's
You know
not
what?
just for-
Now I got to take offense
not-
with you, man, because now you're getting personal.
Oh no.
Well, you owe me rent. All right, you fucking bunch of. I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna go. All right, you bunch of jackasses. I'll talk to you soon.
All
Have a
right.
good show.
See you, pancakes.
What an asshole.
He's a good guy, though. He's a good guy.
No, he's an asshole. I liked him up until that Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons comment. Now, persona non grata.
Oh, we should have him back in the studio then.
No, I never want to see him again now.
You never want to see him. Wow, you have
Fuck that guy.
Wow, you got white heat with him right away, right? It's like nuclear white heat, you know. Like get the guards and go get the pistols. You gotta get some.
Call up your Klansman buddies.
Call him kinds of. Listen, you leave Jethro out of it, okay? Just to clarify for those watching at home, no, I am not racist. I'm not a Klansman. This was just
Not on air anyway.
not at all. This is just the type of. It shows you the type of sense of humor that goes on in the wrestling business, which is nothing wrong with some dirty, sick sense of humor as long as it stays.
It's not just the wrestling business.
Well, that's where I've mostly
You know
dealt
that
with
just
it.
as well as I do.
That's where I've mostly dealt with it. But yeah, that's why I'm seeing most of it, and there's nothing wrong with it as long as it just stays in the right place. I mean, I couldn't expect pancakes going to church with that. We're going to a funeral.
You haven't been to the same funerals I've been to.
I could just see him walking in all hammered, forgetting which occasion he's at. He'll just storming in, congratulations!
So he is at a funeral then.
5 seconds in, he'll be like, "Oh, this party sucks. This dude's been sleeping for like 2 hours. Let's draw on his face." The guy will be up at the heavenly gate. St. Peter will be like, "Dearly beloved, you got something on your forehead, son." I'd be like, "Stupid pancakes, stupid pancakes, stupid pancakes." So, as you can tell, before I was cut off with a phone call from my old buddy there, the show is for the people tonight. And by that, I mean we have no guests. You guys can be the guests. As you can see on the right over here at the bottom of the screen. I know
Watch where you're pointing.
I'm pointing at the number.
Okay.
Okay. At the number placed above my co-host's crotch. That is our official call-in number. Just dial 516-945-9099. Again, the number is 516-945-9099. We're also on Skype. So if you'd wish to do a video call and have your pretty face shown on the screen along with these pretty faces, you can do so by Skyping StrongIsland.com. That's Strong Island instead of Long Island, StrongIsland.com. Or just type in the call-in number, which is once again 516-945-9099.
You think Pancakes has that number memorized by now?
I think so.
I think he does.
What's going on with Payback tonight?
Since we're doing the stupid show, I'm missing.
Stupid show.
I'm missing Enzo Amore do his stupid entrance.
Well, let me. Right now he's shaking his ass in the ring.
That you were looking good and hard at that, weren't you?
Well, you were staring hard at it.
I was looking at you. Why I was looking at you, I have no idea.
Yeah, and I can see the tent you're pitching under the desk.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. He's got a peck. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go into Chip Chipperson on this show. That's rated X right there.
There's a message for you on the live feed that she's still bowling.
She's still bowling. Who wrote that?
Anthony.
She's still bowling. Anthony.
Is that a code for something?
Anthony who?
Anthony, who do you think?
Bulldog?
Yeah,
She's still bowling.
she's still bowling.
Any messages about the show or anything?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Huh?
Other than Greg says they're doing a great job.
Hey, Greg. It's probably a bunch of LOLs and what the hell am I watching and Pancakes laughing his ass off.
Now he says Friday Tara.
Friday, Tara. Friday, I get drunk on Friday. So what's going on in the current political news world? There's a thing I've been seeing trending on social media. Well, I wouldn't say trending. It's either fake news or it's legitimately coming from the White House, how Trump is starting to slightly regret the decision he made to run for president.
Yeah, I'd say that's
fake news, right?
No, I wouldn't say it's fake news because major news outlets are picking it up.
Well,
I would say that.
Why would he? It's making absolutely no sense.
No, it makes perfect sense because he's finally realizing that running a country is not the same as poorly running a business.
Well, most businessmen have their giant egos and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
But then again, if you look at Trump's position before he ran for office, he had it perfect. I mean, the guy had to take a pay cut to take office.
Yeah, he had to take a pay cut to take office, which I think is probably part of the problem, but also the fact that he's a terrible businessman.
Well, I wouldn't say that for everything he's done.
I would.
I mean, he's got the whole hotel.
We're talking about a guy who opened a casino in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
The casino went bankrupt. He had to sell it because it was bankrupt. He bought it back and bankrupted it again.
Jeez. The art of the deal, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And then you've got Trump University. You've got Trump Steak. You've got Trump Vodka.
Trump Vodka. Trump clothing line, right?
He didn't have a clothing line. His daughter had her name on a clothing line brand through one of the stupid department stores, Macy's or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that got taken away.
Yeah. So what happened what's been happening during the Payback show? We're in the pre-show at this point.
Still
right?
in the pre-show.
Okay. Enzo and Cass versus
Gallows and Anderson.
Okay. What's that story you told me earlier about Gallows getting held up at gunpoint in Africa?
Yeah, I don't remember the whole story. I'll tell you as much as I told you earlier. Years ago, when Gallows was on the Indies, he went over to Africa to do a show, and I think you told me you had heard the story too. I think it was Giant Baba he was wrestling that night, or Giant Baba was with him. They finished the show, and the promoter doesn't want to pay him. So now they're over in a foreign country, which is most of the countries in Africa are kind of hostile, and this was one of them. Promoter doesn't want to pay him. They have no money on them because they're in a hostile country. Go back to the hotel. The hotel workers, I guess, found out that they didn't get paid because word gets around in communities like that. So they come up to the room demanding to get paid before they can spend another night in the hotel. They have no money. So the hotel workers pull guns on them and hold them at gunpoint until they can get the money to pay for the night in the hotel.
See, that almost sounds like a regular thing that would happen in an African hotel establishment.
There's like third world countries where that is definitely a regular thing to have happen to you.
Yeah, it's like you can't pay the waiter or whatever. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's cool. You're texting, whatever. middle of a show, and you're texting on your phone. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm gonna definitely have a talk with this person afterwards for interrupting this. Yeah, we were going over that.
We got Arrested Payback tonight. We got that excellent House of Horrors match.
Oh yes, I wonder how that's gonna happen. Are they really gonna be?
Nobody knows.
It's all a mystery.
See, this is the thing that pisses me off about WWE and the way they handle things sometimes, because they did the same thing with the Superstar Shakeup. Is when they promote something huge like the Shakeup, like this House of Horrors match tonight, and they don't tell anyone ahead of time what it is. And then you go into it and you're so confused about what could possibly be going on, and they still don't explain to you what's going on, that it just comes off as being like the worst thing they've ever done.
Right.
Like, in all reality, the Superstar Shakeup, the way it went, went pretty well for both brands, but the lead up to it and the way they pulled it off was just so poorly done. And they're probably going to do the same thing with the House of Horrors match tonight. There's speculation that it's going to be like a pre-taped thing and it's going to end in the ring,
Yeah, like.
but who knows at this point?
There
Was also a rumor that they're going to be using 3D technology for tonight, like holograms, like when they had Tupac show up at Coachella or whatever the thing was a couple years ago.
That was sick because I'm an old school rap fan and I love Tupac and Biggie. And
Talking
all
to the
that.
mic.
Is that better?
Maybe for the audience, but not for me.
So much better.
Okay.
Well, let me put my feet up here. Hold on.
Ah, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I loved it when they had the
Do you like rub onions on those things?
on the shoes.
On your feet?
No, on the shoes. My feet are fine. It's the shoes that you're probably smelling.
Maybe.
What are those? New Balances. Okay.
Well, you my grandfather?
No, that's the trend nowadays. Kids just look at other people's shoes and go, "What are those?" So.
Which another thing, going back to that House of Horrors match.
Yeah,
Is that-
I am not to cut you off. Well, sorry to cut you off. I thought it was good. I figured it was going to be like you said, a pre-tape thing. Like I think it was going to start in like one of those asylum movie sets,
Like the old
kinda deals.
boiler room brawl match or
Yeah,
something like that, right?
yeah. Like there's actually a site here on Long Island. What's it? The Kings Park Mental Institution,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah.
is now like a shut down building. But
Yeah.
some people I know like to, go
It's
hiking.
a series of buildings. It's not just one building.
Series of buildings. I figured they probably were going to find a set like that and pre-tape most of the match in there.
Kings Park Psych Center at one time was like the largest city on Long Island.
The Psych Center?
Yeah. The Psych Center was originally set up to be self-sustaining. It had buildings to house the inmates, for lack of a better word.
Right.
And they also had farmland on there to grow food for the people that were there. They had like a regular town set up on that Psych Center land. And then they shut, declining people coming to stay there. And the place just ended up shutting down. Now most of it's split. Part of it is now Nisququag River State Park or County Park, and the rest of it is also county-owned parkland, but a lot of it is still the same old Psych Center buildings.
Okay. That's quite interesting. I know I've been offered plenty of times by some friends of mine to go walking through there, and I would always say no. Not that I'm, too scared to do it, but like, you hear a lot of strange things happening, like the homeless people hiding in there, and
Yeah, well, that's why you don't go in the buildings.
Well, they would go in the
Oh,
buildings.
I know people.
These were
I know
buildings.
plenty of people. I've never gone in the buildings. I've been there. I've walked through the property, and there's a couple of buildings where you can walk up and look inside. One of them is like the old power plant. One of them is like, it looks like it used to be like a wood shop or something.
Right.
Those you can go up and look in the windows, and it's kind of weird seeing it because a lot of it's left like just like it was. It's just the building that started to crumble around it. The one that's really creepy though is the one I've never been in it. It's called Building 90, and as soon as you get on the Psych Center property, you know which one is Building 90. It's like a 15-story building.
Oh, really?
It's like the tallest building in the area, and it's just a huge brick building. That as soon as you get on that property, that's like the first thing you see wherever you are. And that's the one that's really creepy. I know people that have been in it. I've never been in it.
I just can't imagine, walking through, just feeling so eerie,
Yeah.
It's just,
And it's such a big, like, imposing building that it just looking at it gives off a creepy feeling.
exactly. Like, not only is the building creepy, but I think some of the roads leading up to the building, which I have, driven down before. At nighttime, there's no streetlights.
Yeah.
So it's just
The road on the north side, it runs in between what's still the Psych Center and what's the Nisququag County Park area.
Right.
That road is like it's like a little 2-lane road with no lights on it and everything. That road gets kind of creepy.
yeah.
The other side of it is bordered by Middle Country Road or 25A. I forget which one.
Yeah, you mentioned the House of Horrors match possibly being pre-taped. Reminds me of another pre-tape match that I was there live for. Not the pre-tape portion, the part where they were out in the ring. John Cena, JBL Great American Bash 2008. They did the parking lot brawl at the Coliseum.
Yep.
Not many people know that the part where they were in the parking lot doing the whole brawl was taped the night before. And I remember watching the Kurt Hawkins shoot interview. He starts off talking about that night at the Bash with this mentioning this big backstage meeting at the Coliseum that Vince had with the entire roster. And back then there was no separate brand shows. Everybody on Raw and SmackDown were on the same pay-per-view, like depending on storylines and whatnot. So he gathers everybody up for like this big meeting. It looks like one of those construction site, get-togethers, and he's on this platform. And Titus O'Neil had a question about the company going PG, because that was their plans at the time, to go from TV 14 to PG, which would eventually spark a lot of BS and nonsense in the internet wrestling community. But he asked Vince something about about the company's decision to go in that direction, and Vince replies, "But good answer, Shelton." And and then the whole place starts laughing, and Vince just stands there like, "What'll it look like? Why are they laughing?" So then later on that night, that's when they go to tape the parking lot brawl, and there was some violent stuff happening in that match. I don't know if you watched, but Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are watching on these monitors, and Mark Henry comes walking up behind, just checking it out. And I guess he saw the spot where JBL throws Cena in the car and lights the car on fire. And he goes, "Since when is murder PG?"
I mean, apparently it is, because I think we've had 3 attempted murders in the past month and a half, 2 months.
Oh yeah,
on WWE television.
Yep.
But bringing up that, here's another little look behind the curtain of WWE. I've told you this story. Whenever you watch like those top moments in the history of Raw or the top moments of Stone Cold Steve Austin, one thing that they always show is Steve Austin filling the Corvette with cement. That happened at the Nassau Coliseum. I was there that night. My mother was also there that night. My mother and my stepfather always used to park in the municipal area.
What's your mother's name, since she watches the show?
Jill.
Jill. Hi, Jill. Thanks for watching. Anyway, continue.
So they always parked in the municipal parking, and they're the type of people that, smarter idea actually. Once the show's over, you wait in the parking lot until everyone's left. That way you're not sitting in traffic. So that night, that's what they decided to do. They're sitting outside, just hanging out in the parking lot. And during the show, if you remember, Vince drives in a Corvette with the top off, leaves it there in the back, and then later on in the show, they show Steve Austin pull up with a cement truck, fill the Corvette with cement until the windows burst, and then just all the cement's flowing out of the car. What they actually did was, Vince drives in one Corvette, but then the Corvette that they filled with cement was just a shell. It was just a body and a chassis with some wheels on it.
Right.
Because after the show, they waited out in the parking lot long enough that they were out there when the car got wheeled out by the tow truck, and they just hung out talking to the guy that towed it out. And yeah, there's no engine, there's no electrics in the thing. It was just a body and a chassis.
Right. That's pretty interesting. And that same model, with the Corvette, the concrete got poured into. It's on display now at every WrestleMania access that they have.
Yeah.
Every SummerSlam access. I wonder how they transport that.
Probably just put it on a truck.
Oh, it's pancakes again.
Oh, he's on Skype.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, buddy.
Bitches and hoes.
Always.
Why can't I see you, but you can see me?
Yeah.
You're not.
You're not going to be able to see us, apparently.
But the viewers can see you. So can you hear us?
I can hear you. This is a pancake takeover since you got nothing to do. I can give you plenty to do.
What do you think you are, Dan Acosta here with the takeover?
Yes,
Come on.
Where's your guitar skills? I know you can sing. Where's your guitar skills? This guy.
I can play a flute like it was nobody's business. I can play a flute.
A skin flute, maybe.
At least 3 times a day.
Probably real good at playing that skin flute, huh?
I am very good at playing skin flute.
Got it down. You could do a whole song in 3 minutes, can't you?
Your mom could do a full song.
The thing about I was going to mention about this guy singing. I'm on Facebook one night, and I guess him and Dan Acosta, you at home know who Dan Acosta is, were at some bar for like karaoke night. So I stumbled across this video for Pancake Singing Karaoke Night, and I'm expecting like a metal song or a classic rock song or maybe something country. He's singing "I'll Make Love to You" by Boyz II Men.
You're not a professional wrestler unless you like gay music. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Would Steel Panther?
I like the fact that this is on Skype because he looks so angry right now.
Would Steel Panther be considered gay music? I mean, they have songs called "Butt Stuff" and all that.
I'm sorry, what?
Then I win. I win. You said you're not a pro wrestler unless you like gay music. Well, then will that make Steel Panther gay music?
No, but having a picture of Prince from Purple Rain above your bed at night does, John.
Aw. Look.
Too soon? Was that too soon for a Prince joke?
More like too real.
John Sawyer, welcome to your tape.
Oh.
These are 13 reasons why you killed Pancake. And Evil Joe, you just watched.
Sounds about right.
You were sitting there with the fucking recorder just saying like, all right, what is he going to do now? I don't know. Let me type on the computer. Yeah. Oh, shit. Where am I?
Yeah, quick, get the porn off of there.
Shit. Hopefully nobody thinks I'm trying to rude boy this situation. Oh, boy. Hold on. Where am I?
I actually came across a picture on my phone. I deleted it.
Can you guys see me still?
Yeah.
We can see you, yeah.
Yeah, we can see you just fine.
Right. I can you see that too?
I can.
Yep, well, we can.
I have too.
Me too.
Don't go for 3. You're not allowed to show that on the air.
Hey, listen, 3's a party.
I came across this photo of Rude Boy Riley in the ring with Hornswoggle. And I guess he's like,
you sure it was Hornswoggle? Think about who you're talking about here.
It was Hornswoggle. Yeah. It was Little Dylan, but
Little Dylan, yeah,
that's what they call him, Little Dylan.
You're fucking asshole.
And
I wasn't gonna go that far with it.
I'll go as far as it takes.
And he's yelling, and it looks like he's like reading him the riot act, and Hornswoggle's just going like this. So I thought this would be like a perfect meme on like one of those like wrestling, talking crap networks where it'd say like Hornswoggle turning down Riley's advances or something like that. He's a grown man. Grown man.
You know what? I just want to know if there was any type of. I just want to make sure that there was, lubrication involved, so that it's not painful for both parties.
By the way, when you put up that little rant about Rude Boy, I tried listening to it. Your reception was so awful. Your reception's better now on our show, but listen to you, it sounded like someone had your head underwater the entire broadcast.
Well, John, maybe, not all of us. Maybe it's just you that needs to get the shit out of your fucking ears.
No, seriously, I can pull it up and put it on the Facebook page. It's like this.
Well, if you didn't notice, I was trying to
go swimming
and gargle cum at the same time.
That's probably it. As promised to someone we dropped flyers off to on the way here.
Yep.
If you're in the, if any of you listening or watching at home are in the Massapequa area or within the vicinity and would like to call a cab, call Yellow Cab Taxi Service at 516-541-1111. They're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's 516-541-1111. Okay.
I really hope you're getting paid for that fucking plug.
Nope.
Well,
wow.
This
you
guy
are
here,
a jobber for the taxi cab company.
Terrible businessman right here. Terrible businessman.
Jesus Christ! What the hell's wrong with you? You got to get some type of money out of that, man. By the way,
your first question should always be, how much am I getting paid?
I own a taxi cab service. Can you please plug in my my company on your TV show. Thank you. Have a Slurpee. Have a good day.
Oh,
No,
this
that's not
guy,
how this works.
this guy wasn't one of our furry friends from the gas station. No, this was one of those like old, like Gavone kind of guys. Like those.
Hey, you Jabats.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, that.
Hey, here's my
Hey,
card.
hey,
I
hey,
want you to
jerk
read
off. Hey, what
anything
you
on the
doing?
card.
Why are you screaming on the podcast? Why are you screaming over ice cream? Don't overlap when I overlap.
I mean,
Hey,
let's
listen,
be
I
honest.
scream, you scream.
We all scream for ice
all
cream, yes?
scream to shut the fuck up.
Let's be honest. We walk past that taxi place every week when we come here.
Yeah.
And that guy always looks so sad and lonely sitting in there by himself.
See, there you go.
You probably did him a huge favor by going
I
in
am
there and
paying
talking
it
to him.
forward by making somebody's day. Now, I don't know if he's handing those flyers out like I asked him to, but
Probably not. They went
Yeah.
straight in the garbage.
yeah, probably. Well, in that
Are you
case,
paying the guy?
No.
what? Am I paying the guy? No.
Then he threw him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not paying me, so. There you go.
And
Unless he's getting like a blowjob out of it, you ain't getting shit.
So
if
what's
he is, I'm not waiting for you.
so what's going on in the wrestling world for you? Any bookings coming up? Any title matches?
I just got back from Delaware last week. I've been in Delaware for 2 weeks for the past month.
Okay.
Not in Delaware for 2 weeks, but I had a couple bookings in Delaware twice this month. One was for a wrestling promotion named Rampage Pro.
Okay.
And the other one was for a federation called United Wrestling Alliance, if I'm saying them right, or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
And they're both in the Delaware area.
Yeah, they're both in the Delaware area. And it's funny because I've been throughout the past 12 years that I've been wrestling, I've been to a lot of places, but I've never been to Delaware, and I never realized that how the further south you go, the difference of wrestling and the quality of wrestling kind of changes. It's not necessarily the quality, just the way they wrestle. They're more 80s style. They're
Right.
still
Oh, yeah.
stuck in the 80s, where
Yep.
in New York, they're more modern. They want to do more death-defying stuff. They want to do more, gimmicks and storylines and generics at the same time. Where down south, they're all about the 80s stuff. They want to see that guy come out with, like me. They want to see a guy come out with a chef hat, a spatula, doing a dance in the middle of the ring, couple body slams, clothesline, boom, bam, boom, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Where in New York, they want, people don't really come for the storyline. They come to see the matches. So you're going to get the little, the flippy dippies and the high flying, and the high flying stuff that you see, in places like NYWC, Hog, FTW. You see, all those, everybody, granted, everybody in New York is very, very talented. Down south is a totally different way of life over there with wrestling. So
Right.
they feed you. Oh my God! The guy came in one day. The guy came in. We just got there for Rampage Pro. We go in the back, and we didn't think anything. We went to go grab something to eat before we went there because we didn't think that they were going to have any food or nothing. We get there, and there had to have been maybe $300 to $400 worth of fucking Popeye's chicken.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, fucking. Listen, I know I'm fat, but I only took half of it home.
Half of it.
Right.
By half, you mean a quarter? I'm sorry, like 45%.
No, I smoked a quarter beforehand.
Oh yeah. We were doing workouts at NYWC together, me and him. We're doing the 2-man sit-ups, and he's coming up. He's like,
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
that's what your mom calls it. Continue.
I remember you were coming up. I hate to put you on the spot.
I swear to God, your mom jokes are gonna be the newest thing nowadays, man. I'm bringing them back.
They said that in 2005, but
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back, just like Jerry Warner brought back the muscle shirt.
No, but I remember when we were training at Rocky's school ringside, you completely snapped at a kid for smoking weed. A couple of years later, we're in NYWC together doing the workouts. You're doing sit-ups, and I'm holding you by your legs, and you're like, "Oh, I'm smoking so much hash when get home. I need some weed. So you just kept going
Listen.
over about how you were craving weed. But meanwhile, you almost choked the kid out for smoking a blunt in the fucking parking lot.
You don't do it during training, you fucktards. Anybody who's
The show days are different, right?
you want to do. Well. Listen, do you think I want to go in there and dance? I have to be on some sort of substance in order for me to put on a fake Southern accent and dress up like a chef doing the truffle show. Damn.
It's like New
Put
Jack.
me on the spot.
If weed gets you there, don't try anything harder, man. I don't know. I don't want to know where that's going to take you.
Wait, say that again?
If weed is what it takes to get you in that chef's outfit and dancing, don't do anything harder because I don't want to know where that's going to take you.
Oh, no. Hey, listen, I passed out, shat my pants once before, and I ain't doing that again.
Yeah, we've all been there.
It's like once you find out that that's not really a fart, yeah, you gotta go in the bathroom.
I think we were doing Universals one time, and you were like, fuck, it's seeping in my ass. I got to go. I'm like, what? You're like, don't worry about it. So we're going more and more and more. And then finally, you just ran out of the ring with both your hands on your ass, like, ah! I'm like, what's wrong with him? You come back, you're like, ah. And you purposely put toilet paper around your ankles just to give off.
Oh, yeah.
Just to give off the sign.
Is that before or after you came into the bathroom and tried to touch my willy?
Why are you making up lies, bro?
Damn. I don't know. I mean, that black chick did it to you. I might as well try.
What black? Wow, I must have caught a contact high because I do not remember a single thing you were telling me right now.
There was a giant post on Facebook of some black lady. Apparently, you knew her or you had said something to her. I don't know.
Oh, this is the one.
Oh, Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Uranus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The
I don't know. Something
the wannabe
Wanda.
superstar who gets upset when people unfollow her on Instagram. Yeah, that little.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
That's who he's talking about.
Yeah, that she's not a. I thought you were gonna say she was a giant black lady. No, she's as thin as a piece of.
Well, I know you're
printing
into
paper.
that chocolate vanilla swirl.
Oh no, that's you. That's all you, buddy. You're Dusty. We need to get you a. What was this valet's name?
Sapphire.
We need to get you a sapphire.
Let me tell you something. Big black women are the most fun people to hang around. I'm not even kidding. Let me tell you something. If you think that you're going to be waiting online at McDonald's, all she has to say is, and you're already at the front of the line.
In that case, I know a rat in Long Beach who I would love for you to meet. But so,
We don't call them rats. They're all ladies.
I'm sorry.
Let's keep it like that.
Hookers when they,
We're respectful on this show, John.
I'm sorry. Mice when they show up, rats when they leave. Keep it accordingly.
Damn. Oh boy, I am deeply ashamed of myself right now for listening to you.
Well, thank you for Skyping us, man. You're always
Yeah,
entertaining.
whatever. I figured
You got nothing else to do, right?
I got nothing else
And
to
you
do.
and you,
Sit
me-
here at
and
home.
you mentioned on the phone about living in your mom's basement.
Yeah,
What's
really.
what-
That shot of those walls and that ceiling don't really make us think that you don't live
Bullshit.
in your mother's
Let me tell you
basement.
Something. I live on my. Listen, I haven't lived with my mother in many moons. Okay.
Yeah, at least you got
Almost
home.
30 years old. I am not living with my parents. Listen, I'm sitting at home watching 13 Reasons Why. I got all depressed and thinking that I'm just going to kill myself and let it all done. And then all of a
Oh,
sudden,
Pancakes
John
is getting
Sawyer
emo.
shows up. Right. Maybe I'll tune in and try to kill myself with that. And after that, I'll just send a tape. John Sawyer, welcome to your tape.
Where is that from? I don't know that.
From 13 Reasons Why.
Oh my God.
See,
Mark,
this guy acts like he's
you're
some
never
big
gonna
social
get
media
myself
guy
enough-
I'm not a
and
big
has, and has
social
no
media
idea
guy.
what's going on in the world.
That's the thing. I just wing it. You know, going out there.
Jesus.
I
You
mean-
hear that, folks? He just wings it.
Well, not with everything. I mean, you got to
Well,
practice for something.
with most things.
With most things. You got all dark
Yeah.
again and creepy looking.
Well,
Is this are you bringing back the Draven gimmick just for the show?
Oh God, no. Oh boy,
Where's magic?
that was a time. Let me tell you something. That was my gimmick when I first started. We already discussed this.
Right.
I've gone through so many transformations within my gimmick throughout the years that it has just it's like a roller coaster of pure shit. Okay, I went from being Draven. Oh my God! You know what? Do I have it with me? Son of a bitch.
What?
Maybe I don't.
What,
Fuck.
your vest or something? Well, you got a piece of your gimmick?
I do. Hold on a second. I got some fucking pictures for you.
All right.
Hold your horses, homo.
Well, just so you know, we got 10 more minutes.
Not even. We got 4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes. So why don't we save this for next week?
Save this for next week. Let's see. Do I like you enough?
Well, you Skyped us just out of the blue.
Yeah. Maybe I'll come back next week. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
All right.
we got from the Facebook page. Referee Johnny Q says, "What's up?"
Fuck that dude. I'm kidding. I love John Q. One of my favorite freaking referees, man. I
Yeah.
love him to death.
Yeah.
I've known him longer than I known my mother. Okay. John Q has reffed almost all of my matches when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
He reffed my very first tag team match too.
That's cool.
So thank you, buddy.
Yeah, he ref
Thanks
one.
for being part of my history. You fucking.
He ref one of my matches too when I worked Marty Flames at I think it was a.
In a porno.
Nah, oh, he would want it, but in a dark match for some SWA event. I think it was War Games. But yeah, shout out to Johnny Q, fantastic referee, and Pancakes. Thank you as always for calling in and supporting, and still being entertaining.
Yeah, well, I'm around. Not as much, in New York, but I'm around.
Yeah,
I ain't dead yet.
yeah, have fun down in Kentucky. Tell Jethro I said hi.
Yeah, well, he's. Hey, he said hi. Woo. All right, he's good.
Oh, he passed out from that Jaeger bomb again.
You're
Jaeger.
never. You know what, Joe? Your mom's a Jaeger bomb.
Oh, he just gave you a
Yeah.
compliment, buddy.
I can't say it to John. I can't do mom jokes.
He's really trying with those mom jokes, huh?
He wants to fight you now, by the way, after that World of Warcraft thing you said.
World of Warcraft. Come on.
Well, what is it that you're into? Game of Thrones?
Magic the Gathering. And
Magic the
Dungeons and
Gathering.
Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Lots of porn. Porn and ganj.
And on that note, we'll be taking the show straight to the end. Pancakes, thank you, man.
Peace.
All right.
See ya.
All right. Thank you to my buddy Pancakes for spicing things up on the show tonight and making the show funny and entertaining. He's definitely going to be a regular for years to come, and that guy never fails at entertaining me. That's how funny he is. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of Payback right now on the WWE Network. We have no clue what's going to happen next week. It'll probably be just like this, us, chatting about whatever, and perhaps Pancakes might call us back. Maybe a new person might call us back, whatever the case may be. Until then, well, you know what? Do you have anything before we go?
Nope.
No? Bobby, no? All right.
Bobby's good over there. Bobby's in his little office area.
See
He's
ya.
good.
Bye.